Jayo face off, and the winner gets Vatira. Let's see who takes this best of 7. It's elimination.
Well, it seems like the script is writing itself, really, isn't it? We've got the old teammates up against each other. They've put together rosters around them that are equally as good as what they had before. Now, Johnny, we find out who's done the better job of trying to procure the talent.
Yeah, they've both locked themselves in firm front-running positions to making that major, which was objective number 1 this weekend for both teams. Now they move on to the second objective, which is to get a deep run in this tournament and maybe have a shot at Vitality later on today.
You get Seiko, who has really stepped up yet again coming into this tournament. What questions on this roster? Because Rise was making a move down in overall season points when he made this move over to BDS. Questions of, will this work out? Can they still get over there? Feels silly in hindsight now, but that was how bad BDS's season was up until the start of this split. Seiko, he's going to leave it, and Juicy will save.
I really am so interested in seeing... Oh, bit of a double commit there from Ice. Not interested in seeing that, please. Okay, was saved by Joyo to back it up. I was going to say, I'm very interested to see the car designs from Seiko this weekend and this regional. This split as a whole, I should say. I really am wondering after seeing this one, is he actually seeing that on his own screen, or is he maybe using Bacchus mod to see something different and just put some ugly car on the pitch for everybody else? Those wheels look like they would slow you down. Obviously, wheels in Rocket League do not actually have any impact on how fast the car moves around the pitch, but they feel like they do. And those wheels look really, really slow to me. So I think either he's found a way to just ignore that and play well, as he has been playing brilliantly this split.
Okay.
Yeah, he might just be hiding this from his screen and letting everybody else witness the disgust on the screen.
So what you're saying is you're going to start putting on motor mouth next time we start playing, and I'm going to have to deal with that for the entire session, as Cash has outplayed everybody. Well, he doesn't need to run his mouth at all. He's just that good.
Oh, what a play by Cash. Fakes out 2 and then gets the outplay of Monkeyman as well. That's a 1v3 from Cash to kick things off. Moist have got the offensive power. That's never really been in doubt. When they added Cash to the roster, we knew what to expect. And their defense held up. Yesterday, it looked pretty shaky against Oxygen at times. So far, so good for Moist.
Yep, everyone referring to this Moist roster as a glass cannon. Even more so since they added Cash himself, and Cash is firing on all cylinders.
Well, point a glass cannon in the right direction, and it still fires. Cash, quick aerial, too quick for Seiko. The shot too quick for Monkeyman to do anything about. Moist showing up huge so far in game 1. They look confident, you know, they've been confident for a while. Oh, that's not the play they wanted though. Monkeyman gets 1 back. Now, I think what happened here is the cheating player from Moist, it was Cash this time. He realized the ball was past him, tried to bump Monkeyman, but he actually got bumped by Monkeyman. So, bit of a mistake there by Cash. Rushed himself into a position to make a physical play. Got there too soon, and he's the player getting bumped out of the way.
It's difficult because of most positions for Rocket League are very twitch-based on how quickly you have to respond.
There we go.
There's no response available to this. And that is the 2-goal buffer re-established. Monkeyman just got dunked on for the challenge.
Yeah, really good play by Joyo. He blocked 2 50-50s in a row there, so not the cleanest 1v2 play. It's not really a 1v2 play that's going to get into many highlight reels, but winning 2 50-50s in a row, where you take both players out of the game. Oh, hold on a second here. Oh, what a save, Cash. Just denying Monkeyman. That would have been a great goal. Like I was saying, winning 2 50-50s in a row, taking 2 opponents out of the game. It's still a 1v2 there from Joyo, so well played, and he knew that the third man would be late back after the kickoff, so all he had to do there, exactly what he done. Now the bump lands on the backboard, and we get Monkeyman. I think it was Monkeyman off the ball here. Yeah, 50-50 middle, bumps Juicy, opening up the space there for Seiko and Rise. He's not going to get an assist or a goal on that play, but we can all see the work he's doing.
It's just one of those situations, isn't it? At this level of Rocket League, the moment you stop moving is the moment it's checkmate. Not necessarily what Moist were after, but it is what happened to them. Lead back down to 1 again.
Oh!
All right, well, Cash is looking like he's confident today. The cannon is very much here to play. Pop over the top to Seiko. Moist have been in the driver's seat in this game, but I feel like we've said about them a few times this weekend, and they've never made it easy for themselves. It's much the same here in this first match.
It is worth mentioning, we've not really seen two of these cars.
Oh my goodness!
Cash to the ceiling backboard triple tap. What a goal. I was about to say, I don't think we've ever seen two Mustangs playing this well in a lobby before. It's gone even better for them.
Clip it, ship it, amazing. Cash is that guy in this lobby. Moist have got a long day ahead of them if they want to take this regional championship. Cash at this level might actually offer some hope.
I think this must be the hardest team to read with two Mustangs on the pitch and Cash and Joyo, the players driving them. How are you going to read that? No one really gets to much practice playing against this card. You might think, well, what's the difference? It's still a similar hitbox. None of the cars in Rocket League are that different, but even watching a player land a reset on the ball or line up for a 50-50 in a car that you're not used to playing against, it's a more tricky thing to read. And everybody's used to the Fennec and the Octane these days, so why not get into a car that you're comfortable with? It's definitely working in this game. That's really been Cash's forte, his whole career. Nice save there by Juicy. Don't want to give him no credit here. He's not in a Mustang, but he's still making work, making waves for Moist in this game, as he has been all weekend.
Yeah, Juicy's really been the linchpin of the team when they've needed him. If I'm Moist management at the moment, I'm messaging Starlink and asking, hey, can we just... Look, I know it's a default car in the game, but can we just remove Octane from Cash's inventory? Oh my goodness. Okay, go in. And as we've said numerous times, Moist can't have it easy for themselves, can they? Caught out Rise. What a great play just to delay the shot. Caught the pre-jump, finished the rest of the job off himself.
Yeah, no, a perfect shot from Rise. He got the first touch past one player, shoots past the second, hit the bar twice on the way in, but it did go in without any other help. And he might be able to get another one here. Juicy's bumped Rise. What a key touch that was. Rise almost threw a goal.
But it's low boost scenario here for Moist. It's about as bad as it can get for them. As Cash gets there, he wins the challenge massively. Forces BDS on the retreat.
Yeah, big time gain there for Moist. They were in a lot of trouble after that last kickoff. Oh, what a pass by Monkey Moon to Seiko. Cash with the first save. Joyles in the backboard to help it clear. Moist in a brilliant position now to win game one.
Just got to get the ball down to the ground. Rise takes control. Juicy meets him. Monkey Moon the pop up, but it's up to Cash now. How much drop shot have you been playing? Can you get that ball back down to the floor? Still keep it alive. Juicy has pre-jumped. What's he got available?
Oh, look at this from Rise, taking his time on 0 seconds. Great call there from Joy. He just plays the ball twice. And that's the good thing about being Rise's former teammate. So how much he likes to mind game on 0 seconds. A lot of players here would have pre-jumped way too high. Rise would have walked under them and then left Moist in real trouble. But Joyo, Rise's old mate there, knew, I'm just going to play the ball. I know you're up to something here. I can see your shenanigans. What a game, though, by Cash. It's technically regulation time win, although we did get some extra touches there before 0 seconds. 900-point game is ridiculous in regulation. That's usually an overtime kind of score. Cash coming out huge in game one. 3 goals, 5 saves, and everything in between.
I think the big moment for me in this one, aside from every moment Cash was on the ball, was actually the save towards the start of that last few moments of the game, where yesterday and up to this point in the tournament, we were seeing a lot of double commits on the shot on target. Instead, Cash got the save and Joyo was waiting on the back ball because he knew, I need to be available for that. That's not necessarily been the case up to this point. We've seen a lot of double commits. We've seen a lot of whoopsies in those positions. Instead, there was the trust, the belief, Cash has got this, and I need to make sure that we have got the ball afterwards.
Yeah, and I've had a chance to chat to Joyo about teaming with Cash. He's been loving it every minute since Cash joined, he says. And it really does look like they've found their form again, form that's been missing pretty much all season. I mean, they made the grand final of the Fall Major, Moist with Rise and Astral alongside Joyo. But they didn't really look themselves, all split. And it was writing was on the wall for them, and it was not even a surprise when Rise left the roster, despite that surprising Grand Finals appearance, I'll say. Rise have, you know, called it a Mickey run. I don't think it was necessarily a Mickey run, but it was...
I don't think anything that has that match against KC can be a Mickey run. That was quite the atmosphere.
Yeah, it was definitely an upset. I mean, KC, they underperformed in that match, but you just have to beat the team in front of you. And when you beat KC, you've obviously done a good job, but yeah, Moist haven't looked themselves in either of the splits until now. Now they finally get it together in the most important split. Now Juicy threatening the backboard. Monkey Moon there to launch the ball clear. Love that Cash has taken his time here. There was a brief 2v3 there, so he did not rush the play. Just waits for his teammate to respawn. You might have noticed there that he stayed well away from the respawn position, which can often be a danger in Rocket League. You know, it's not just opponents looking for double demos on respawns. You also have to be careful as a teammate not to drive into a player who's about to respawn. Cash was definitely aware of that in defense a moment ago.
So BDS making it through to this point by defeating Guild. Moist Esports taking all the way to Champions Field overtime, and they got the win there. They've got the win at the moment in this game. At this rate, they might not even have to clutch up.
It's just too simple. Cash with 2 demos, Joyo with the goal. Moist completely flying, just like Vitality in the upper bracket final. We're in the lower bracket semi now, and it looks like we're headed in a similar direction. BDS have got to put the brakes on pretty soon. Juicy's through. Ran out of boost for the double. This is fine for Moist. They just look the part right now. They look like they have brought their form from earlier in the tournament with them, if not improved on it. BDS continues to look a bit flat.
Sort of performance as well that at least makes you believe that if they are to take on KC, they have a shot there. I don't think there's any performance that either of these teams can put down that would make the belief happen against Vitality. Such has been Vitality's level that they have set throughout this tournament, especially today. That could be number 2. Monkey Moon palms the ball away. Juicy on the drop down, leaves it for a teammate. Teammate that is not there. When you've got a 1-goal lead, you have that liberty. You can take these extra touches. You can take your time. It's up to BDS to try and challenge them. That's what they're going to try and do. Juicy with the follow. Not quite there for him.
Well, every team left the tournament been sent to the lower bracket by Vitality. They 3-1 BDS, and now they've swept both Karmi Corp and Moist between today and yesterday. BDS are the only team to take a game off them. It's not looking. They'll be the team to play them later on. Good defense from Moist. Safe 50-50s to the back corner. BDS going to continue the attack, but Moist have got a couple of defenders back here, a couple of Mustangs. Cash with a strong challenge. Ends BDS initial push.
Cash cannot put a wheel wrong in this lobby. Whilst everyone around him has been incredibly solid, he has been the difference maker. Joyo delays over the top. Where's the support? There it is. Cash can hit those, but instead leaves it for Juicy. Goes bottom corner. Instead finds left post. So BDS are still in this game. Gameplay-wise, they've not looked close. But scoreline, it's still there.
And they're just getting beaten in the exchanges. They're getting beaten to the ball. They're getting outplayed a fair bit. Monkey Moon actually accidentally outplaying his own teammate there. That's one of the few outplays BDS have had this game. I want to see more from them in offense. I think they're trying to be a bit too cheeky with the mind games. It's not working. Joyo, every time he's challenging, he just plays the ball. And you know, if you're going to get past him today, you're going to actually need to move the ball past him. He's not jumping out the way for free.
Oh, Joyo, past 1, past 2, into the back of the net.
Just too good. Juicy with a brilliant 50-50. Joyo with yet another 1v2. Bit too much of a gap between those two challenges from BDS. If you're going to force the player high there, like Rise did, you need to have your second challenge ready to go. Monkey Moon just way too late to follow up there. BDS in a bit of trouble, in a lot of trouble even. It's looked like Moist have had control of both games, even though the scorelines have been relatively close. What have BDS got now from a 2-goal deficit?
At least when BDS had offense in the last game, it felt like there was a threat there. BDS probably don't even know what color the opposite side of the field is. Such has been the lack of time that they have spent there. Monkey Moon finally gets to take a look, peek over the shoulder.
Oh, wow.
And it's just shut down immediately, and shut down in a way that gives time for the rest of Moist Esports to get back.
Rise, a big chance here. It's still blocked though. I mean, even if he does get that inside the post, it's exactly where the defender is. Great defense by Moist, who yesterday, I think were correctly criticized for giving away many a free goal. BDS gonna try one more, but Juicy's there again, and he's followed up and gotten a 2-for-1. And that almost wins the game. Moist up by 2 against BDS. This is not just bad news for BDS and their tournament life here, but very bad news for the trailing pack in the points, for the total split points. Moist right now are number 5 in EU. If they win this, they're going to extend the gap between 5th place and 6th place. In fact, it would be such a massive gap that it almost looks insurmountable. It does look insurmountable. It would be 8 points. That's ridiculous. 8 points from 5th to 6th. Timeout BDS, of course. I think that's a great call by them. Need to see more activity from them on the pitch, more aggression, certainly. And yeah, what a start from Moist. I mean, this is just, they've fixed all the problems from yesterday. No free goals for the opponents. The offense looked good. Can they keep this up though? Have they really got it in them to run the entire way to that grand final?
I mean, if there's an org that you associate right now with lower bracket runs, you would put it over on Moist Esports. We already know that Joyo has got what it takes to make that run. And I'm sure if it stays like this for Juicy and Cash, they'll happily play as many games as it possibly takes. This has been a little bit easy for them up to this point. There's something, though, that BDS don't like being said about them. But let's have a look on the side of BDS, because that last result was one of those ones that you go, all right, what do you fix? And you go, everything. Everything is wrong right now. Nothing is working. Where does it start for this team?
It's a lot. I mean, they just haven't had the synergy with their challenges. It's one of the biggest problems. When you've got players like Cash and Joyo making 1v2 plays, even 1v3 plays in that first game from Cash, you need to synergize your challenge as well. You can't just challenge with one player and then have a gap and then another challenge coming in. It's all about one challenge. Assume that the first challenge is going to be outplayed, and then immediately you need the second one to come through. That's where BDS have really been lacking in defense. The gaps are just too big. Moist are exploiting them. In offense, I mean, they've just looked, I think, a bit too reliant on mind games, whether it's a flip reset fake or, you know, Rise in 0 seconds there with the dribble, just a dribble fake. I would like to see a bit more proactivity from BDS in the offensive side of the pitch. But yeah, for Moist, I just want to see more of the same. They really look the part right now. The fact that they've been 4-0 by Vitality, we could forgive them for that. Vitality are just 4-0 Carby Corp as well. They clearly, that's apparently not as bad of a result.
Vitality are getting to the point where one against them is incredibly impressive.
Yeah.
It's only one team in recent memory has been like that, and they are on the field, at least in name value. BDS would like to re-establish themselves at that level, but at the moment in time, that looks like a very long road. And Joyo is just outplaying everything. That first touch is as good as it gets right now for Joyo. Juicy on the chance. He's got the double commit. He's beat the double commit. And Joyo finishes it off.
Well, that's not what you want to see after a timeout. Double commit from Monkey Moon and Rise. They both had a totally fair angle to go there, but you've got to communicate, boys. You can't be sending everybody at what really was a very low air dribble with not a lot of threat of an immediate goal. 50-50s for Moist have been phenomenal today. Even this 50-50 by Cash, that's well worked. He's deflecting the ball back corner. It's very difficult for BDS to quickly follow up on that. Back corner 50-50s been the name of the game for Moist in defense today.
Juicy narrowly avoid getting swiped at from Seiko. This is the first time BDS have had offense, and have they made something of it? Where's the follow? In comes Monkey Moon! Slopped it bottom left!
Well, great initial save there. Seiko's second touch surprised Joyo a little bit. He's still got a piece of it. Great placement though by Monkey Moon. Slots it past 2 defenders. That is exactly what BDS needed. If they did not score quickly here, wouldn't be surprised to see a little bit of tilt set in. You know, it's not a story like we like to talk about too often, but BDS and, you know, especially Monkey Moon, they've had some pretty swingy results over the years. Rise with a chance to make it 2, and he does. That bottom left corner invites another goal. BDS have just put 2 goals in very quick succession.
And again, Seiko was the person that started the playoff. Last time over in the corner, managed to get the scramble. This time off the challenge, he forces another one. And his team was there to back him up. Monkeyman and Rise are the ones that will get the points. I feel like Seiko, yet again, the one that created it. Now it's Rise's turn. Seiko chasing Joyo in the backfield. Feels like they've just let the reins go a little bit. Allow Seiko to bull chase and see what happens.
Yeah, I want to see more from Seiko on the ball, of course. I think for him, confidence is key. He's still got what it takes. He's still got the mechanics and the game sense that I mean, it never really left for him. It's just the confidence. You know, we saw Garrett G tweeting after NRG's deep run in the last NA event that it's all mental. I think it's all mental for BDS as well, especially Seiko and Monkeyman. Rise less so. He's usually got the mental game intact. Let's go his backboard here. You know, they're doing what we asked. They're just playing the ball without waiting to see what Moist are going to do. Seiko's got a double here, but he's off target with it.
Yeah, that should have been in. Monkeymoon will spare his blushes. Brace for Monkeymoon. And they've now started to get Moist jumping.
Well, fair enough. I mean, that vision by Rise to back pass to Monkeyman there, very well played if he meant that. But that's a great follow-up as well by Monkeyman to immediately react to a point-blank range pass and not just hit the ball, but actually send it top bins. This is easily the most energy we've seen from BDS in any of the 3 games.
Looks like the midfield. Cash now thinks Monkeymoon, first player to it. Was Seiko, got it back to his teammate in the back corner. And Rise will keep going here. Touch was a little heavy for him. Let's just save that boost for the back rotation. Double commit. Who can follow? Juicy's been loitering. Hasn't found anything for it yet. Does seem to be the target man for now. And Joyo fakes out corner play. Trying to get something from Monkeyman. Instead, now his team's a little bit more under pressure. Backboard. Seiko goes up. Almost found it. Instead, it's Moist on the transition.
Great stop in midfield by Rise. Quick cut of rotation. Cash likewise, just going straight back down the middle of the pitch there, not rotating back post. He knew that center ball was a threat, so he made sure to cover that while going back into defense. All about activity right now on the ball. No one wants to give anyone a free touch. Cash actually misreads the clear. Moist starting to slow down in offense just ever so slightly. It's a great dive there by Monkeyman, forcing Moist to show their hand early. It makes it so much easier for the last man back to react.
Joyo now off the ceiling. Even that one was shut down at the source. Cash up against Rise. One of the more tame attempts that we have seen from him. Juicy now back corner with Cash to aim for. Infield pass. Monkeyman had already pre-jumped. He knew where that ball was going. He knew the pass was on its way. And that is now a 3-goal deficit. Hat-trick Monkeymoon.
Well, Monkeymoon's shots have been pristine in this game. All of them quick, all of them on target comfortably. Like I said, hat-trick Monkeyman. I think this is the ideal scenario for BDS. When Monkeyman is happy, when Monkeyman's playing well, it seems like the whole team is happy and the whole team is playing well. Moist didn't really seem too bothered by the regains. Oh, not quite. Monkeyman's going to be there to save it. But yeah, Moist not really bothered by the regains and the comebacks that Oxygen had yesterday, so I'm not at all worried about how they're going to react to this one. You do wonder, it does that reverse sweep from Team Liquid still linger in their minds?
It lingers in mind.
Yeah, it does. I feel like it's hard to forget things like that, no matter how much you try and no matter how long, how much time passes. Really well done there by Monkeyman. Awkward position, but he just knocks the ball again into that back corner. A Rise looking to get on the end of a passing play. Oh, what a first touch. Monkeyman really set that up well. The lean back reset was saved by Moist, although they're going to need a lot more than that if they're going to come back in this game.
Yeah, right now this one looks like it is already shut. And outside of a miracle here from Moist, will be BDS cutting that lead down in half. You see, tries to get the ball to a teammate. It doesn't happen. The time has run out for Moist Esports. And what an answer. And what makes this more impressive, Johnny, is the way this game started. If you could list worst possible ways you can bounce in from a timeout, double commit, losing it, going against one of the sacred oaths of Greasy Meister, that's not how you would start it off.
Yeah, it's usually double commit, double the chance for success, but yeah, it's certainly not that time with first goal of the game. Like you said, great regain. We will get a bar down in shot from Cash, not the dreaded bar down and dead on the goal line as the clock hits 0 seconds. No more than consolation for Moist in game 3. BDS back with a statement game after timeout. Will there be more of that as the series continues?
Yeah, we already know the prowess that BDS tend to have, at least normally on defense. I feel like there was one time that we saw them on Friday where it was just all over the place. But typically, when they've got a lead, they're okay at it, and you really know how good Monkey Moon is on the goal line. Monkey Moon stepping up is best case scenario for them in this series, and he's done exactly that. More of it, though. I'm interested again. It's just hard to shake the feeling for Moist Esports, isn't it? That one loss can just have that domino effect, and it's gonna take a while. It's gonna take results. It's gonna take, going into this next game and just putting it aside and playing your best Rocket League for, their opinion of that to change, for our opinion of that to change.
Yeah, it's results like yesterday's win against Oxygen that really helps change, the fans' minds on Moist and just how high up the choke scale they are. But I'm more convinced, a lot more convinced after yesterday's win against Oxygen. They seem pretty solid, and I think they really improved throughout that series as well. Yeah, like we said, bigger picture. Remember, guys, if you are a fan of teams like Oxygen, Guild, PSG Tundra, or any of the rest of the Chasing Pack, G1, Hogan Mode, SA, and so on, then you want BDS to win this. Because Moist are the team in 5th place, and if your favorite team is going to make the major, they're not currently top 5, Moist is the easy spot that they could be taking, and even that one's not too easy.
Especially as well, when you look towards the Invitational, it's not an event that you qualify for in traditional manner. It is based upon your season points up till now. So there's going to be a few teams qualified for that I feel like most of these squads, your Moist are going to be quite happy to see in that first round. As we do see, Cash is still giving it a go. He was the player to watch in the opening 2 games. We'll be eyes on him as well in game number 4.
Oh, that's not a terrible idea there by Joyo. He actually faked out the defense, but unfortunately faked out his teammate as well. The call did not come early enough in order for Cash to correctly react to the play that was available for him. This little offload here from Monkey Moon towards Rise, who 50-50s it right back towards Monkey Moon. Seiko in a brief 1v2, but Cash got up to him. The recovery demo saves Moist, and now Joyo saves Moist as another shot came rocketing towards the top corner.
That's incredible as well from Joyo, because he's got to make that decision. Does Monkey Moon have that? He's already on his way up. If he does, you try and meet him. If he doesn't, you have to play where that shot is currently going. He did make the right decision. 9 seconds into this 4th game. It's a big one. Ball comes out. Cash not on the correct side of it, so he's up against Monkey Moon 1v1, and there was only one result.
Oh, wow, Cash was really deep in this play. He had 100 boost, but look how far back he is. Juicy actually tries to get Cash into the play there, but he is miles away. No way that he can contest Monkey Moon. He then takes one touch and shoots it perfectly over the top of the incoming Cash. Score once again. Monkey Moon's fighting in the back of the net pretty consistently now. That was a real blunder by Moist, to be that disconnected. It's not just about chaining your challenges together. Threes, you've got to be a bit closer than that as 3rd man if you want any chance to come in the play.
Oh, wow. Monkey Moon's popped back out, and Joyo finds himself too far forward. And now Cash has gone on the opposite direction. One's too far forward, that one too far, well, previously too far back, this one too far forward. Half the game gone, still 1-0. The cannon needs repositioning.
There we go. Now he's Back of the right side of the ball. Joyo with a double tap into the bottom corner. I think the defender got a piece of it, but nowhere near enough. Moist tie the game off the back of Cash's setup.
Calculated. 100% calculated. Joyo just pops it in off the post. And that will slow up the momentum that BDS had been gaining to this point. Monkey Moon off the ceiling, looks to try and get it back. Would prefer to have won the challenge that came in his way. Instead, he's now on the scramble. Pulls the corner. Cash. Nobody around there. Rise will actually be quite thankful for the way that bounced up to him, because now he can play it exactly like this. Seiko just a little out of sync with him. But the idea was there, and that's good to see for BDS.
I think Rise was just about to leave the ball and try to air dribble bump the goalkeeper, but he got bumped into the ball, getting an extra touch that he didn't want and BDS didn't want. That brought that attack to an end. Oh, great pass. But once again, it's not really been read. So the setups are working for Moist. They almost get another one, but they're not following up on each other's touches right now to the top corner. So close for Moist, but it's again the post to the rescue of BDS. So many chances. They're not materializing for Moist Esports, who were syncing up so well earlier on. Where's it gone now?
Moist have been very direct with the shadowing player. And it's just leaving no room for error on the read of the play. The moment it bounces left or right, they are just gone from that play. Nice. Once again, tries for the solo play. Cash having none of it. He's tried so many times from that corner. You just get the feeling Cash is going to get one of those on target. And it's going to happen sooner rather than later. This time, Juicy from the far side. Doesn't win the challenge. Seiko's on low boost. Has that been communicated to his team in time? Yes, it has. Monkey Moon. Just feathers it away. He's got past the first. That's enough of a win. Everything else is a bonus.
Oh, what a shame he didn't have a bit more boost in that position. The first outplay was spectacular from Monkey Moon. He might be thinking about a back pass there, but Seiko's actually ran into his teammate. Great read. BDS been under pressure for a long time in this match, but they're dealing with it well.
Trying to just feed that ball to Rise to get rid of it every single time. On the ball again, Monkey Moon chasing down Juicy. Can Juicy avoid him? Well, he avoided the bump. Unfortunately, he avoided the ball as well.
Oh, poor Juicy. He's looking around saying, please let one of these cars coming towards me be one of my Mustang teammates, but it's not. It's Rise and Monkey Moon, who perfectly forced him wide of the ball. Rise walks it into the bottom corner. Brilliant positioning by Rise there. Even if Juicy did hit the ball harder, he was there to block it. We're going to have a tie series unless Moist can do something in the next 15 seconds.
They scored at 0 seconds last time. That was just a consolation. It would be anything but this time for Juicy. Can't get enough on it. That could very well be game.
Oh, poor Juicy. He wanted the back corner boost. It was not there for him. He had absolutely no boost when he arrived on his goal line to save this. And in it goes. I mean, all BDS have to do here is play a safe kickoff strat. They've got game 4 in the bag. They've got the tie series in the bag as well.
And a game that was really on edge for large periods of it. It's massive for BDS. They've just figured something out, Johnny. And now with the series at 2 each, next one decides who gets to take full control of it.
Timeout Moist. Again, no surprise there. So we see both teams calling timeout after 2 consecutive wins from their opponents. I think Moist just have to get back on the same page. They started off well today. You know, they all started reading the book at the same time, and then I think at some point somebody got way too far ahead, somebody else got way too far behind. They've just got to use this timeout to get back on the same page. If whoever's got some catching up to do, got to hurry up and read. 2 minutes to get caught up, and whoever's too far ahead, stop reading. Stop reading. You're too far ahead already. Yeah, it was all about the second man in offense. Just never really there for Moist, and it seemed like there were extra touches by whoever's first man air dribbling. Seemed to always make one more touch than the second man wanted. BDS also saved by the post a couple times, but yeah, deserved win for them. They took their chances. Very clinical at the end of the game there. Moist had plenty of chances earlier on. A lot of them didn't even result in shots on target, never mind goals.
And I think it would be remiss of me as well to not talk about those opening 2 games for Cash, because he was unplayable in those first 2 games. And then the timeout came through, And he's been a little bit iced since then. He's not quite been at that same level. But if you want to get yourself a top 3, that's the player I'm looking at right now, because you know he can get back onto that perch at a moment's notice.
You know, yesterday we talked about Moist and not just their run through this tournament, but also their attempt to essentially lock in a major spot yesterday against Oxygen. They can just help themselves even more in that regard with a win here. They would be in such a good position. I think I, in fact, underestimated just how good of a position they would be in. An extra 3 points on the line for the winner of this in the split points. Moist could go up to 27 with PSG Tundra 9 behind. Karmine Corp and Team Liquid and BDS are already out of reach of that number as well. So in order, just to give you guys an idea, in order to make up 9 points, even if Moist came dead last in the next event, to make up those 9 points, PSG Tundra would need to make top 4. They'd need to get 4th place, and that would only be a tiebreak with Moist. And I mean, none of us think Moist are going out last place in Regional 3. They could win one round, that would force PSG Tundra to need a top 3 in order to not make major. So it is essentially Moist playing to lock in their major spot, or as good as. It's not literally locked, but if they could win this series, they are so comfortably clear. The most cleared 5th place we've ever seen in NA or EU.
I don't know what to do with myself if that ends up happening. I'm very used to going into that 3rd one and, you know, every possible scenario is going under where we're messaging everybody, like, what happens if this happens? What if this happens? It would be the same. It would be very, well, North American feeling. I feel like they've got the exact opposite going on over there.
Yeah.
They've got what we usually have.
It is very switched up, this split, with EU looking so locked. I mean, when we're discussing Moist with the chance to get a 9-point advantage and maybe a 1-goal advantage.
No, you can't do that.
Oh, he thought the ball was going to hit the inside of the post and then go across the goal, but it just bounced straight back at him. Misread by Juicy. Open net missed by Juicy as well. That's not, again, I mean, both teams, in fact, have had the worst possible start after calling timeout. Now double click
BDS. Guaranteed Moist win in this game now.
Yeah, we
go for
it,
dominate. Well, let's find out, shall we, if the ink has dried yet on this script. Cash to the corner. Monkey Moon, who has been imperious ever since he's come back in. Seiko reset with Rise as the tug instead went for top corner. Rise was also a choice. Oh, there's the drop down.
Great read. It's a great defensive read there from Joyo. Oh, try reading that one though. No one's cutting off that pass. Great save though. Very good save, in fact, to stall for time. Enable recoveries to come through. It's BDS knocking on the door here. I really feel for Juicy, because that was, I mean, it is an open net. There's no two ways about it. It's wide open. But that is a nightmare read if you're trying to anticipate what kind of bounce you're going to get from the angle he's coming at. Oh, look at this from Rise, though. Moist not closing off these passes. At least not fast enough. Cash and Joyo, they're both waiting for the shot. They need somebody on the ball. Rise punishes them, makes it 1-0 BDS.
Moist were just star watching with the way Seiko was up in the air. They thought he had it. They were waiting for his play, and when it never came through, they were completely done for. Cash up against the play. He's gone for the in and out, and it's worked out beautifully.
Yeah, some distance he got on that one, and now Joyo with the drive challenge. Here comes Juicy with a very unopen net. I'm sure he'll be glad to see that. Oh, what a play by Cash in the corner. He's actually kept this attack alive just when it looked like BDS were going to break free from defense. It's still going. Free shot for Cash, and he slots it.
Well, it needed a little bit of help from the post. It decided it was going to allow this one through this time. Joyo with the bump on Monkey Moon, and that means he's just a spectator. One each. And, well, it does look like we've decided to copy and paste the script again here, Johnny, because it was a misplay to start off in Game 3. It was the other team going down by 1, and it is now the other team answering back. Moist would love it if we got a rinse repeat, but that's not the case this time. BDS 2-1 up.
So we're not running back Game 3. Monkey Moon, the lovely little infield pass there. Knew he had a bit of time, and with that time, he spots the man in the middle. Rise with his second goal of the game. Both the last goals coming off the back of physical plays, working for either team. BDS are definitely in the driver's seat right now. They've got all the momentum. It's a brief, moist flurry there. We're right back to BDS control. Look how far up the pitch Monkey is as third man. So confident that they can pounce on these clears, keep Moist boxed in.
Monkey Moon pops the ball up. It's awkward for Cash, who tried to get there before Rise. Keyword there being tried. Ends up being a bit of a no contest. Seiko outplaying everybody. BDS have found a rhythm here. Cash doesn't even get the reset. Instead, it's over to Joyo. What can he create from the corner? Unfortunately, not much. BDS have looked incredibly comfortable at this point. And that kind of encapsulates it right there. That is such a good way of getting rid of the ball.
I'm loving this entire series, Rise' ability to help his teammates clear the ball. He's just right underneath the ball a lot of the time. When a soft clear comes through, he's there to either 50-50 or dribble the ball to safety. Playing a very active follow-up role in defense. And that's a lot of the time what BDS were lacking earlier on in the series. They didn't have follow-ups for challenges. They didn't have follow-ups for clears. Rise is filling that gap, once again showing just how versatile a player he is. Known as a striker way back in the Moist days. Now, facilitator, great supporting player, bringing the best out of Seiko and Monkey Moon.
Oh, Juicy's gonna go for it, and Seiko meets it at the goal line. 45 seconds. Moist are seeing this series get further away from them when they were so in the driver's seat.
Oh.
And then it was timeout, and it might be time up. Moist Esports have got to find two.
Oh, what a fake by Monkey Moon. Rise, ready to shoot it. I think he probably called Monkey Moon to fake that. He was lining up the entire time for the shot. And yeah, Juicy just wasn't ready for that. Again, he had boost, but he's being harassed off the ball by Seiko. Pretty much an impossible position to deal with there for Juicy. Has Cash got one back? Oh, he does! What a read!
They needed it. They needed it so much. And Cash is willing to provide. That crossbar is the bane of strikers across the world. But Cash is no ordinary striker.
I mean, just how on earth has he read that bounce at pace as well? They've got a chance to off this kickoff, you know. 50-50 goes to Juicy. He's got options, but he didn't make a play quickly enough. Moist trying to keep the pressure on. They know that BDS will be on low boost for a while after a kickoff like that. Joyo takes the ball very, very high. BDS investing almost everything to get something on it. Great follow-up again by Rise.
Juicy just was not quick enough on the third. That's wasteful as well. Time ticking away. Moist Esports. Time to try and look into the history books, but that is not how history used to act for them. 0-second goal against them, and now double match point, much the same.
It's just full aggression from BDS. Every time they get Moist in these positions, they're advancing with their third man. They're punishing the soft clears, just keeping the immediate pressure on their opponents. Rise there. I think showing why it's so important as third man to just not just sit deep and cover the long ball option. It's really just to cover the most dangerous option. The most dangerous option there was actually a short pass landing and a quick follow-up from Moist. Oh, I didn't need reminding of Juicy's absolute howler at the start of the game there. I feel like he could have covered both the bounce in and the bounce back with the same run-up. I don't know why he committed so early, but, you know, I say that. I'm probably the worst person in the world to be, you know, criticizing someone else's open net miss. I feel for you, Juicy, there. I really do. It's the most high-pressure situation in Rocket League. I won't have anybody tell me different.
Listen, at least he didn't have all three casters shouting at him to shoot. So he just had two teammates. Unfortunately, it did have the same result.
Do you think Joyo and Cash were yelling there? It's open, just to make it even harder.
I would hope that nobody in the world of professional Rocket League replicates anything that the European casters do in those lobbies.
Never yell it's open when your teammate's got an open net. Unless they've got a lot of time
right
to process that.
We basically just quick chatted you during that match.
Still didn't help. Still can't hit an open net to save myself. Anyway, game 6, Moist. 3 losses in a row here. BDS have got their number at the moment, and they have really looked like the team in full control. Oh, nearly winning another goal for themselves early on here. Yeah, ever since that timeout has been called by BDS, they have looked like the better team by a fair margin. You know, Moist definitely lacking the same synergy they started off the series with. I think we have to compliment BDS for that, because BDS have just plugged all the holes and they've left those gaps a lot smaller than they were at the start of the series. Moist having a much more difficult time getting through the first and second challenge.
Moist Esports, they're still kind of benefiting from the good work they did at the start of the series. Grab a win here, go over the Champions Field. And they'll feel after yesterday that they can get the job done now. Pass away from Joyo. Couldn't quite find the contact to turn it in. Cash just delaying. Dares anyone to come his way instead. Well, it's option 2. Allow Cash to go for the solo play. Passes off to Joyo. And now Rise on the chase away. He's got Seiko in support. Fake out one. Now he looks for the pass. Just a little too heavy for his teammates.
Yeah, Seiko would have liked to have a teammate approaching at that far post side. Monkey Moon is coming straight down the middle of the pitch. Rise coming down the same side of the pitch as Seiko. If he just had somebody back post to aim at there, it would have been an automatic goal. BDS were expecting him to drop the ball a lot more central than it did. Juicy now with a scramble save. It's BDS knocking on the door once again. For now, Moist are surviving. Feels like only a matter of time before a BDS goal. More when than if at the moment for BDS. When? Not yet, as they missed another opportunity that goes across the box.
Yeah, Cash has managed to wrestle with his opponent to take him away from the shooting angle. But BDS are probing here. There's the double commit that they wanted to see. Juicy recovered it. Oh, Close. Close hasn't given them the goal just yet. Moist Esports have got to find some boot. They've got to find an outplay somewhere. They have got it. It was only temporary, however. Monkey Moon down to Seiko. Not quick enough. And now on the breakaway. It doesn't even really look like it's a chance to try and score for them. Instead, it was just to try and reboost up. Say that. They've committed quite heavily here, and they've put themselves in a rough position. Oh, that's crossbar! Monkey Moon, there's no way. There's no way Monkey Moon's ever going to miss it. And Rise will be so thankful for that.
I mean, this was super open, Rise. He tried to lift it in the top of the net as both of his teammates landed a demo at the same time. Luckily for him, they had a long, long time with that open net. Thank goodness he didn't pinch it off the crossbar. Rice put his hands up there, says, yeah, my bad on that one. I suppose he wasted all his goals in the last game. He got 4, and now he's thinking, somebody else have a goal. I don't want to be that. I don't want to be greedy and take them all myself.
Just wants to be a good teammate. Cash, can he find Rise? He has! Seiko has to respond. And in comes Cash yet again. Delays the shot under the keeper. 1 each.
Oh, great delay there by Cash. Demos Rise, circles back around. Notice that Seiko's diving off the inside of the post there, so he just waited and shoots the ball under him. 1-1, Moist alive for now. I mean, for them, thank goodness they scored quickly, because that looked like it could spiral out of control.
Pretty much their first real offense. Here's the second. Everything else has been BDS. Cash didn't make contact, does start off Juicy in the third man. Joyo. This looks so good in that Mustang at times, although they're going to take the shot. Oh my goodness, Joyo is a battering ram.
Fantastic setup by Joyo, a little double tap center, and then a bump on Seiko as well. And even if Rise was back a bit more quickly, or if that shot took longer, you keep up Rise out of the goal as well. So we had double demo for the BDS goal, then double bump for the Moist lead. Game 7, just 1 minute and 37 seconds away.
Flair has seemingly gone out the window in this series. It is all about who can find the hit. If you're third man, if you're in the goal, you are in danger. So it's all about making sure you don't make mistakes and you avoid the oncoming onslaught. Moist Esports now up to task, trying to play it quickly. Joyo clears. Has he got a target? He does. It's Cash. Controls it on the first, takes it down low. And what pass to Juicy, who I think is just as shocked as the rest of the world that it was coming his way.
I mean, yeah, just try reading Cash. Good luck. And the ball's just bouncing off his car with unbelievable power every time it hits him. 50 seconds now to go. Can Moist hold on? They're in a great position here. BDS trying to get control of the midfield again. It's firmly Moist's right now. Joyona safely pinches it past one. Again, look into the bump quickly. Cash and Juicy are both up here, but Cash calls it early enough that Juicy can get out of the way. Now with just 30 seconds left, it's still Moist leading by a goal.
Yeah, they had to get that one right as well because their third was not back for a while. Rise off from the corner, and now the infield. Joyo up quick enough that BDS aren't even going to commit. Powering it off the backboard, Seiko pounces it over to Rise. And that's just going to be time killing here for Cash. Can he get it away? That's a bit of a rough first touch. The idea was good, the execution was iffy.
I mean, he obviously wanted to bait a back corner 50 there, but that looked like a dangerous angle for a moment.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, good stealing recovery. Juicy deflects it to the ground. We're going to go to game 7. No timeouts left for either team, so we're going to be there in 1 minute time. Moist have a chance to all but secure themselves for the major, secure themselves by an even larger margin for the major. BDS, the only team to take a game off Vitality in this event, still on the run as well to that grand final. Who's it going to be?
For Moist Esports, this is the chance now to completely get rid of the narrative. If they can now win 2 Champions Field matches in a row, I will go into my notes, delete that storyline, and never mention it again. But they got to go and do it, and they got to go and do it against a game BDS, who are not giving this up for free. Moist Esports not just had to rip it from their hands, they had to push them over first and then take it.
Well, at least we know one thing. Based on the last 2 games, we've got a quota of 1 open net miss to make up before we can really find out who's going to win this match. So far, the team who have missed an open net have gone on to lose. So, I mean, I'm not, is that really surprising? Don't think so. But is that what we expected? No.
Are you a superstition man? Superstitious man, Johnny?
I wouldn't say so, but, I do lose a lot of my games where I miss open net. So there might be a correlation there.
Ooh. Well, Moist Esports, BDS. 5 minutes to find out who is going to take on Carmine Corp in the next round. It was always going to be a long road. Both these teams decided to take a detour to Champions Field. Seiko clears the ball to the side, although Moist Esports, there's no support, there's no follow, and that might be half a chance that they'll want again. Oh, Rise! Rise! Oh, Rise! That is incredible!
Open net, bit of an issue. Full pitch air dribble into a little crossbar pinch, double tap, pseudo. No problem. 19 seconds in, Rise opens the scoring. Goals per game, definitely up to the task today. Now Seiko's got a chance. No, he fakes it for Rise. Still a long time left for Moist. Sorry, if you are going to go down, better it be early. Here come BDS again. Seiko not able to connect to Rise's infield pass. Rise is being such a nuisance here. He won't leave Moist to just have an easy touch in the back corner.
Cash. Over to Joyo from the ceiling. Looks for top bins. Rise again there, ready to meet it. Now it's Monkey Moon. Got it across the face of goal. Thankful that nobody was there to try and follow it. Probably the hardest position to try and commit to if you're on the shadow. A minute gone. One to the better here for BDS. Looking to try and get rid of the ball. Monkey Moon, no boost. Tends to make that job a little bit more difficult. Joyo's first touch. Try and bait somebody in. Seiko tries to meet him. You just see in the background as well, Joyo looking for those bumps, looking for the demos. You get the feeling if Moist are going to find a way back in, it will be through that.
I mean, it's not a bad idea. Seiko's been very hard to get the ball past in these past few games, so if you can't get the ball past him, just take him out of the picture, take him out of the equation, and then you can just take the ball past no one. Juicy, multiple touches here. Monkey Moon following him the entire way. Stuck with it as well to deny the follow-up from Moist. Now just 2 minutes and change remaining in the game, remaining in the series unless we go to overtime.
Cash in the corner. Seiko first one up. Has got a passing option. Doesn't even need it. Holding Juicy. Monkey Moon off the backboard. Nobody was there. BDS with nobody to follow up. It stays at 1-0. Is it about to change? Cash not far off.
Yeah, it's good vision there by Rise. Spotted the pass option, shut it down just before the shot came through. Oh, what a pre-flip attempt, Cash. Almost getting the goal back for Moist. Keeping their activity as high as possible here. BDS starting to feel the pressure. Only Monkey Moon's got a comfortable boost total. He does well with it.
Cash still trying from that corner. Still has not worked. Rise off the ceiling. He's got the first man there. Juicy just jumps to avoid the demo. BDS are taking the sting out of this game right now. Cash already up. It goes backboard and yeah, Rise is happy in those positions. He's pretty comfortable.
BDS playing a very safe game at the moment. No mistakes. No free goals. Moist are going to need to do this the hard way. Juicy. Actually 50s it through one. Again, Seiko's there to just be an absolute wall. I mean, it's so difficult to get the ball through him when he's playing like this. So many low 50-50s. Monkey Moon as well, just getting goal side. No clear path for Moist.
That was so wasted!
What? Well, that was a lot easier than it should have been. BDS playing so carefully the whole time. And all of a sudden, Rise, as third, pushes up too far.
You've got two players there that might have made the worst decisions possible. Rise too far forward. Seiko dropped it on a dime for the oncoming player. A catastrophe. An absolute catastrophe for BDS. And for everything they did right, that was as wrong as it gets.
Now there's Seiko, he just looks so solid with all the 50-50s. Rise just assumed it was going to be another win for them. Just assumed Seiko would have a good 50-50 on the end of that air dribble. But he didn't need to do that. There was no need to take that risk. Now Cash has got options here. He's got shot option, fake option, drop down, even had a chance to run ahead and demo the goalie. None of them landed though. Now here come BDS again. Rise trying to redeem himself for potentially that earlier misplace. Not only on him though, Seiko did lose control of the ball. No denying it. Final 30 seconds. It's another overtime on the horizon for Moist on Champions Field.
Off the wall. Cash, easy clear for him. Might have wanted to find a teammate instead. Has put Seiko under pressure though. Juicy misses it. Cash always all by himself. How unfortunate for you. But Cash still does enough. Do we need overtime? Joyo sees the ball popped up. First one to it. Cash keeps that ball alive. Instead, it does drop down to the ground. We go to overtime.
A huge save by Cash. Gets him across the line. And now they're right back in defense. Cash once again the man to stop the BDS push.
We've seen what he can do in offense. Now he shows up in defense. Joyo pops the ball up. You're going to have to try and meet him, and Monkey Moon does exactly that. Next goal is to see the team that will play against Carmine Corp. Who has got the ice?
Well, it's Cash. Ceiling pinch pass attempted. Bit long for Juicy to get on the end of. Monkey Moon takes his time and absolutely slams a shot on target from distance. Looks like we might be settling into midfield play now. Full rotation set up, and all of a sudden, Seiko! Perfectly positioned for the infield pass. Monkey Moon snipes it towards him. And how about that for a finish?
It doesn't get better than that. You gave the ball to Seiko and asked him, what can you do with it? And he gave you the absolute best. BDS move on. KC and Vitality are down the road. But for now, the speed bump has been overcome. BDS are through to the next round.
Absolutely insane by BDS. A second top 3 in a row. What a result for a team who have been struggling all season. You know, a team when they acquired Rise, one of the best players of the past year, did not look like favorites to make the major or Worlds wildcard, but now they are front runners, second place in overall points. They've just passed Team Liquid now with that win. Garmy Corp are going to need to beat them if they want to remain a top 2 team in EU.
Now for BDS, that was something they had to fight for. But whatever was said during that timeout did everything for them, because this was 2 different series entirely, Johnny. After game 2, really felt like this might be a sweep towards Moist Esports, and then everything changed.
Yeah, still good for Moist, though. 6 points clear, 6th place. They go into Regional 3 in a phenomenal position to make the major.
And we will see BDS taking on KC after this break.